We are back in the glassing bay. So I kind of forgot to record, so we're kind of hopping in this midway. So for one, I'm gonna deck the bottom of this one first, or not the deck. All right, y'all, welcome back. We are in the glassing room right now, and we are prepping the bottom for glass. So first steps first. If you have an air compressor, you want to spray that board off as good as possible. Try to get all that debris and dust particles off of that board. You want to be working on a clean surface. If there's any like marks or splotches, you want to try to make sure you get those off. Just make sure that deck is as clean as possible. Make sure your hands are clean as well. Hate to pick the board up and next thing you know, you got dirty fingers marked all over it. Happens to the best of us, so just remember that. So after you spray the deck off, spray the bottom off, since I'm going to be laminating the bottom first, I need to do some prep on the deck. So I need to start taping off the rails. So basically you can do a cut lap or a free lap. A free lap would be no tape, and you would just wrap the glass up and around and it would dry wherever that glass sits. A cut lap is basically taping off the area, and then after it's like about 80%, 90% dry, you're going to use a razor blade or a sharp tool and cut exactly where that tape is. So a lot of people will do this for color, or you know, if they prefer cut laps. So I'm going to do a clear on the bottom, and then I'm going to do like a colorful inlay on this one. So that's why I want to do a cut lap. I want a smooth border around. And again, I'm using this green tape, this high temp tape, 233 plus. It's a 3M product. But yeah, so basically I start taping, and I've wrapped it around to the nose. A little tip. I like to pull it out and then kind of get low and see where I'm going and follow that line. So a lot of guys I know, they won't eyeball. I like to eyeball it. They will pretty much draw a line out and go about that, but I just straight up eyeball it. I think I get a pretty good outline. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, honestly, so from the first eyeball, looks like that side was a little pulled in. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect since I'm all eyeballing it, but honestly, it looks pretty damn good. So I'm gonna go through, make sure this first layer is locked in there. All right, so then I do a second layer. Some people will use, all right, the camera's playing tricks over here. That's actually looks pretty good. So some people use larger tape. I'm just using this 3/4 inch because I have a large amount of it. So for this one, I'm only gonna press down about halfway. So I'm gonna leave about half of the tape sticking up, This is going to give me the ability to put a layer of paper down. All right, so now that I have everything up, I've kind of left a little flange up here around the border. So now, and everyone does this different. Some people will put more tape. I'm cheap, so I like to do this technique. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, you know, if too much resin gets on this paper, it could bleed through. So you gotta, you know, be careful. So you just kind of got to know what you're working with here. So now that I have this laid out, this is when I pretty much start at the nose, and now I want to cover pretty much all this foam. So I'm going around all the border. And I'm just making sure I'm getting all of this. Go back through. All right, you can see on this side, you know, the board is a wider board, so I'm gonna have to add a little tape strip there, but that's okay. That is saving me a bunch of money in tape. This tape is a little expensive because it's special. So that is okay. But okay, boom. All right, so now I go through, got my razor blade. It's not a sharp razor blade, it's got resin on it. Sharp tools are key, people. All right, I trim off the excess fat. Trim it off, get rid of that fat. Bang. All right, so we got the deck all taped up, ready to go. So as you can see here, I have these two, actually made of steel posts that I can raise them and lower them. Not so fast, like not like on demand, not like by a stool, but I got a wrench, I can raise them and lower them. So I like to keep it about, you know, a little bit under chest height. So when I get down, I can bend down. Cool. So basically what I need to do is, this board, it's 5'10", so I'm going to do a 4-ounce glass. 4-ounce glass on the bottom. I am going to sign this board because I forgot to do that. All right. Boom, baby.